And yet the tide didn't turn against Hannibal until the Senate called up a military leader with the same qualities as the legendary Carthaginian. Publius Cornelius Scipio had the cunning and the charisma to match the so-called scourge of Rome. The son of a general and a survivor of the Battle of Cannae, the young Scipio had studied Hannibal's tactics closely. Then in 204 BC, rather than confront Hannibal in Italy, Scipio devised a brilliant but risky plan. He invaded the empire of Carthage by sailing to Africa. Carthage was forced to recall Hannibal from his 17-year torment of Italy. The two armies gathered forces in what is now central Tunisia. Outside the city of Zama, Scipio confronted his arch-rival. The two sides were well matched, with about 34,000 men each, but there were crucial differences. Hannibal had been resupplied with 80 elephants, but Scipio had drilled his troops in new tactics for dealing with the huge animals. The Roman troops would form long corridors to funnel the charging elephants away from the front lines, where they do the most damage. Scipio also had the support of thousands of local Numidian cavalry who defected from Hannibal. Renowned as the best cavalry in the world, the horsemen added to Scipio's edge. Scipio finally and soundly defeated Hannibal at Zama. Carthage was crippled. Carthage was forced to hand over all but 10 of its warships, all of its elephants, and pay a fine so great it would take 20 years to clear the debt. The once great empire was impoverished and stripped of all power. Hannibal escaped from the Battle of Zama. For a time, he tried to revive his waning Carthage, but eventually fled into exile in Greece. While the aging warrior no longer posed any threat, Rome still pursued him. Finally, though, Hannibal denied Rome the pleasure.
Let us free the Roman people of their long-standing anxiety, seeing that they find it tedious to wait for an old man's death. It is no magnificent victory to defeat a man unarmed and betrayed.
With that, Hannibal put a drink of poison to his lips and drained the cup. But even Hannibal's suicide was not victory enough. After so many years of war, Rome still considered Carthage an enemy and could not abide its survival in any form. In 146 BC, Rome slaughtered 500,000 people, destroying the African Empire once and for all in the final Punic War. Carthage existed no more.